Hey, it's Monday, September 28th. We are looking at the S&P 500 and we're looking at a 2-minute chart, not because this is some secret time frame that we have not been telling you about, but because you can fit twice as many candles as a 1-minute chart. You can fit twice on the screen, and it still gives you a good idea of what happened around each of the prediction points. So basically, we have the blue lines, those are our critical prices, and we have the white lines, those are our key prices. And the methodology is really simple. We're looking for a movement from blue lines to blue lines, from critical price to critical price. So if we go back a little bit here, we had Friday, they moved from here, they pulled back down to here. When this opened, they'd bought all of this up to there. We broke above this KP. It came back. That key at KP is 93. That's 92. That held within 1 point. That's 4 ticks. So that held pretty nicely. First attempt up here broke this price by 5 ticks. So they came up to here to the next prediction point. They broke that by 5 ticks. That's about 7 points. So they broke that by 5 ticks. Next attempt actually broke a little bit more, came back, held again, and then kind of off to the races here. Now, one of the things I want to show you about prediction points that I think is one of the things just amazing about these is that up above here, this 3,300, if you look at what's next, there's nothing up here until 29.50. So we have 3,300 quarter, and then we had 33.29.50. And there's nothing in this gap as far as prediction points go. So what that tells us is there's a high probability that the market's going to move from this white line up into here. And then you couple that with we're already looking for a move from this blue line up into here. And so, just a really great trade and high probability. So they break, they pull back a little bit, hold this within a point or so. Yeah, 5 ticks. So this holds within 5 ticks, and then we get this move up here. It tests to the tick, pulls back a little, pushes again, and then kind of consolidates around here coming into the morning. Here in the morning, this level was 33.40. This came to 33.39, so 1 point away from it. Maybe a little bit too far away if you were just trading off of prediction points. And then from there, I want to just walk you through kind of a step-by-step of what I'm looking for. So this ends up holding right here, which would be a good sign for higher, this 29.50 holding. And there was a pretty decent move up here, up to 36 3/4. So moved about 7 points off this level. You could have definitely gotten some profit in there. And then see how it came back down. It came up and it held right here within a tick. And then that moved down. These are the kinds of trades I really like, this kind of trade. It came down here. We broke below this right here. And then this moved back up here. I really like getting short right here off of 32. That ends up dropping about 9 points. Oh, sorry, 20. That dropped about 10.5 points, something like that. And then this is also, so if you notice something, there's one, really we could say 1, 2, 3, and then we're looking for, can they come back up here and then short from here again. And even though this doesn't totally work out, it still drops about 6 points from here. So just these couple of trades, I mean, if you got long over here in the morning, when it came down into this deeper one, that moved about 7 points. And then this short right there, that was real nice. That one moved from 34, let's say, I mean, it went all the way down to here, which was about 8 points, but you may not have gotten all of that. And then this short right there down into here, that was almost 11 points. And then another 6 points right here. So that was really nice. And then we had this real explosive buying up through here. And we were looking for a short. Actually, in the live trade signals, we did have a short signal up here. And that was at 45.75 right here off of this price. You can see there was some really nice selling that happened off of here. So came back down here, bounced a little here. We broke, came back up and tested right here. Came all the way down into here, 29.50. That held within a point. and then that moved up here, came back, tested. So you see tested, 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 and then, you know, kept moving up. So really, all these are just opportunities. You could have even tried it short here again if you wanted. That only got down to there. So, okay, now we're going the other way. And what's really, for me, useful about prediction points, and one of the edges that I think it provides, is that when the market comes, it's moving up like this, and you go, well, where's the market going to pull back to? And that's a big question that traders have. Well, right here. You know, this would be a pretty obvious area to pull back into. This is an important area. But if you're looking at like a 2-minute chart, you see there's nothing in this price action that would tell you they're going to come back into here and hold that. So that ends up coming back. You can see the reaction right off of there. It comes down here. And then finally that does move. And we came here. We held that right there. I was looking for a pullback to 34. It just didn't quite get a deep enough pullback yet. I don't actually know what's happening right now as I'm recording this. It was in between the... okay, so the market's closed now for an hour. So came up here, held right here. This was a really nice move. This move was about 18 points or so, 19 points off of here. But the way we would trade this is we would buy here, we would take some profit right here. We can buy it again right there, take some profit, buy it again. And then it pulls back down here, and it couldn't quite get back down into this 34 area, and we'll see what happens. They had some pretty nice movement up off of there, but there was an opportunity right there. If you couldn't get long down here, there was certainly an opportunity to get long off of this if you were trading that late in the day. But again, lots of opportunities, and that's just on the S&P. I want to jump over. We don't talk about it a lot, but this is crude oil. This is the crude oil chart. So the move up in the morning was right here. This is 40.79. The CP was at 40.80. So it was one tick off there on the high in the morning. You can see right here, I think we were a tick off there in the morning. Pulled back, you know, plenty. This whole area is an opportunity to buy for another move up, all three of these. So that's a nice move up into there. And then if you look up above here, the next blue line up there, actually, yeah, so see that big gap? See, these are not, some people go, oh, are these just pivot points? No, they're not pivot points. Look at that gap in prices. So if price comes up above here, a really good chance it's going to come all the way up there. And look how far that next blue line is. It's still way up there. And so this is a pretty good indication this is going to be a fairly important level as the market comes up here. It ends up pulling back here within a tick of this price, and then really nice move up here. I think 2 ticks off of the price right there, and then, you know, plenty of opportunity kind of back and forth through there. And then one other thing I'll show you on the Russell 2000. This was the open of the Globex. It came up, held right here, and then move up here. This was the regular session, so big move up on the open, pulled right back to our level here within a point or so, and then nice move up into here, and of course it does come up to our next blue line, so we're looking for it to go from here up to here. That does happen. That's 1489 up to 1509. That's 20 points on the Russell if you follow that methodology, and the market did give you that, and there was a good short opportunity up here that worked out for about 7 or 8 points as well, and then consolidating into the close. So there's some examples of how to use these, and also there's a link here below the video. You can go sign up for the live trade signals trial, and that's basically where we're going to tell you the top trades of the day that we're looking for, and that's done pretty well. It's up about 200 points in the last 7 weeks, and all 7 of those weeks have been profitable. So you can go check that out in the link below here, and that is the magic of prediction points. Oh, let me jump into one last thing here. I want to show you what this looks like up above here. So you notice this price right here at 45.75, and then notice there's nothing else up here until 66. Now we'll see if that changes going into tomorrow, or how that all looks. But one of the things for sure here is that this starts to, if we can start to get some momentum, now I have a target up here. I know where I'm targeting. And this is a pretty big gap. There's a 20-point gap here in this price, just like what we saw down below. And I think we could, if there's some strength, now we go, okay, we're looking for this target up here. We'll see how that changes going into Globex, etc. But you can see some of these prices, they change every day, so that changes a little bit. But we could see, we'll see how exciting the week is, but a push up to here, maybe a short in that 33.60 area, mid-60s, and maybe a short up here. Those are things we'll definitely be looking for in the live trade signals. The prices will change from day to day, but 33, 64, 66, 68, something like that. Somewhere in that area, we're going to be looking for a short opportunity in the live trade signals, and then we'll definitely be looking for a short up in this area, up in the 33.80s. We'll see how the prices change up in there. And then on the other side, we didn't get some of the pullback that we were looking for, and so I'd like to see it pull back into this 3,300 area. We have this price right here. I'd like to see that and see if we can see, a little bit more of a healthy pullback into here. That's where I'm more interested in being a buyer. You can see they really already bought this. They really already bought down in this area. They really bought down here. So I'd like to see this 3,300s hold for higher. Otherwise, I think we have a long ways that we can still go down. Maybe down into this area, 32.30s, something like that. Minimum would probably be back to 32.50s, but 32.30 is not out of the question, and even more just depending on how the week starts to unfold. So there you have it. You can go sign up for the live trade signals. We're going to be doing 4 free training sessions where we'll answer questions in real time, and we'll go over trades that we either put signals in the live trade room, or that we traders have questions about prediction points, or how maybe they can use prediction points with an existing strategy that they have. And hopefully this has been useful, and you can see how you can start to apply that in your own trading. And we will see you in the live trade signals.